Hi guys, this is Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today I am going to be playing with the coffee cut and foil die set from Trinity Stamps. I'm on their influencer team right now, and I'm just going to be making a couple of cards this week using this cute set. I mean, come on. It's got all of the dies that you need for cutting out this cute cup of coffee. We've got coffee beans, we've got the word coffee, and then we've got foil plates to go with it. I mean, oh my god. I did go ahead and try it out on one of the foil plates, and cut it out using the companion dies. I mean, the dies also, like for this coffee one, first we've got the foil plate where you can foil it up in whatever foil color you want, or you've also got a die that does the basically the same shape, and if I was more confident, I probably would have been willing to try to cut that out because it lines up perfect, but knowing me, I would have it crooked. And then we've got the shadow layer, so I may try that on a future card. Haven't decided yet, but I was not willing to do that on my first attempt, especially since I'm also using my new Glimmer Hot foil system, which I have not used much yet. I think I've done 3 foilings, including that one so far on it, but I am so excited. It's awesome. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little paper piecing. So first I'm going to cut out some pieces here. I'm also going to foil up the coffee cup and attempt to cut the foil out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that one first. Let me go ahead and cut this piece out. And I'm using some of this tape from Spellbinders. Okay, so I'm just going to place that with the plate side down, put my shims on top, and set the timer. And while it's finishing up its thing with the timer, go ahead and bring in my new Platinum 6 from Spellbinders, because I'll be running this through. Okay, so it is all ready, so let me go ahead and run that through. I am running it through with 2 shims. I think it has got... Oh, I forgot. I need to take the platform out. That might help. Okay, so I think it is a bit tight because I did get a little overfoiling on the last one, but trying to run it through with just one does not give enough pressure either. So I'm going to have to be experimenting a little bit on this, and that's just because it is a brand new to me machine, and brand new. So I need to see exactly how everything works with it. And I can already tell on the back we've got some of those little lines that shows that it is pretty much pressed through. So that is awesome. Get this part back out of the way and plugged in so it's ready for the next one. Okay, and the plate seems to have cooled off a little bit, so that is nice. And this one does have a little bit of overfoiling. Can see that there. So again, I do need to experiment with that, and that'll be coming up. I'll get it. It took me a little while to get used to my foil press too from Gemini. So this part doesn't really matter. Now I could just use a mono sand eraser and try to get rid of all of that excess foil, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to run it through with the die that'll line up exactly on all of those little lines. So I should be able to cut out each of these pieces. Part of that is going to be whether or not I can get this lined up straight. Tape it on that side. And then I will run that through my die cutting machine. And we shall see whether or not I actually lined it up straight. And I'm going to say that that is close enough. So what I'm going to do next, now I've got these little pieces glimmered and die cut, I'm going to cut out, I'm going to do some paper piecing cutouts out of some pattern paper. Okay, so now I've got that piece. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy, except this one is going to be for most of the rest of the cup. Okay, and that should be all of the die cutting and everything that we're going to be doing on this one at the moment. Oh yeah, that is going to look so cute! Awesome! So now I'm going to just start putting this little coffee cup together. I'm just using some art glitter glue and run a little line around it. And art glitter glue does stick pretty well, and it gives you a chance to move things around a little bit just in case you need to. So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting the pieces together. And yes, I know there's going to be a little bit of white around some of this because of course I didn't cut exactly perfect. But I'm going to say that this is going to be close enough. Okay, that is too cute. Now I just need to grab the rest of what I'm going to be making my card out of. So I'm going to use some of this cardstock, some of this pattern paper rather, that I have left over from that same paper pack. I've been using it mostly exclusive and I still have barely touched it. So I'm going to cut it down so that there is going to be that sentiment that I can have my little coffee mug kind of hanging off. Okay, and then I will add my coffee mug on that side with some foam tape. I'm trying not to cover up too much of that sentiment, but it is going to be a little bit long. So that means I'm going to have to trim off this side a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And since I am going to be trimming this down and I don't want to get that sticky all over my cutting blade, at least not any more so than I have to, I'm just going to use some parchment paper, which is going to make it so that the stick sticks to it instead of to the blades on my cutting machine here. Now first let me trim the whole thing off on the other edge because this is too long. That way I can try to start lining things up a little bit. And I'm wanting to cut this edge, so what I'm going to do is trim this side off. And this just so that I have a straight edge to work with, so I can make sure that I'm cutting the right part off. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down 1/4 inch, and then we can see how that looks. 4 7/8, and then let's see how that looks on the front of my card. So if I have it shifted over a little bit that side, then this could go there. And I may be able to use that bit that I cut off on this end. That way I can slide it down as far as I need to and still be able to make the other side look about right. And all I need to do really is to line up the bottom and the top, and most of this is going to be covered by my little mug. So they won't really it won't really be noticeable that the pattern doesn't exactly match. Okay, so I'm going to say that that is close enough. And although this looks really cute as is, and I'm thinking it probably would have looked even cuter if I had some of the red, if I had used that plaid pattern paper in there instead, but it all coordinates and it all looks good. But what I think I want to do is I think I want to add some of these little coffee beans. So I'm going to go ahead and foil some of those up. Okay, and then while I was getting that piece ready to start foiling some of those little coffee beans, I remembered, oh yeah, I was going to put some gold thread behind the coffee cup. So I'm just taking a little bit of gold thread, which I need to get more of, and just kind of twisting it around my fingers just to kind of glob it all up together. I think I'm going to just leave it right about there and then stick this down, but I am going to go ahead and add some art glitter glue to the back because I think I may have used up some of the stick that was on here from the foam tape. And I'm not really sure that it actually looks any better than it did before, but you know what? It's close enough. So that is going to finish up this cute card. Isn't that adorable? I love the little coffee cup. Oh my goodness, it is just too darn cute. If you're interested in more holiday card ideas, especially since we're coming down to the wire, be sure to check out this playlist. And be sure to also remember that if I can make it, you can too. Talk to you soon.